Hello to our readers of Brussels Diplomatic. We're here with the staff of the European Federalist Party, with Pietro De Matteis, who's the president of the European Federalist Party, which is quite a new party on the Brussels scene, and he wants to explain us in some words at first the origin of the party, the goals of the party, and the objectives for the future. Hello. Nice to see you today, and nice to have you here for Brussels Diplomatic. Can you explain just a bit what is your party, when was it born, and what you intend to do?
Right. First of all, thank you very much for inviting me. It's a pleasure for me to be here. So the European Federalist Party is a party that was created in 2011 from the merging of two existing institutions. Europe United was a party created in 2006, and the Parti Fédéraliste, which was based in France. And both entities were already fighting for a more democratic and united Europe. So currently, the European Federalist Party is registered in 10 countries, and we have sections in about 15 countries. We are currently working on opening new sections in North and East Europe. We think it's very important to have a wide representation, because we are clearly in a very important time for Europe. A time where we have to decide how to move forward, and we have to create a vision for the future. And we think the only vision that we can have, and the only solution that we can bring, is to have a more united and efficient and democratic Europe.
What are the main objectives of the party regarding to, for example, elections of 2014?
Indeed, the European Federalist Party is working to have candidates in each and every member state in which we have a section. As I mentioned, currently we are covering quite a good part of the European Union, and we are working to cover the whole of the European Union. And we want to have candidates in each country, so we are currently really working towards that objective. And we are looking for actually leaders, businessmen, students, really civil society that can support us, even by being candidates in different countries. We have support from mayors of some cities, from some businesses, many students. I'm happy to say that the European Federalist Party is not only a young party because we were born in 2011, but also because most of our membership is of people below 40-45 years old. So it's really a movement that looks for the future.
Having candidates is one thing, getting elected is another thing. Do you think you make change in some of the countries of the European Union?
Yes, we are confident that we'll be able to have candidates that will be elected in the European Parliament. And there are also some other political parties that are approaching us because they would like to cooperate with us towards the European elections. But currently we are really the only European party that is able to say that it's a true European party, with section in most of the European Union. So I think we have a project, and we've been working on this over the past decade actually, if you look at the movement that were there before the foundation of the Federalist Party. So we've been working hard on this, and we have come across many difficulties because, of course, as you know, currently we don't have an association, a European party status. So we have to go through national administrations and register in each and every country with, of course, costs, and these costs have been covered by citizens. So we didn't have any funds from the European Union, for instance.
So another question I'd like to ask you is, what are the main points of your program, of what you want to realize for the European citizens?
So clearly the main objective is to have a more democratic Europe, a Europe that is closer to citizens. I think this is a clear objective that we need to achieve. Currently Europe is done here in Brussels, and is more an elite running the show somehow, which is not bad. I mean, we say this has given a contribution, but I think now we need to go further, and people need to have a closer link with the European decision makers. And then of course there are some clear issues that must be addressed today. As I mentioned many times, it's clear, for instance, that currently national industrial policies don't work. We are here in Belgium. ArcelorMittal is closing industries here. ArcelorMittal is closing industries in France, but nobody can do much. The government is more or less powerless. it's clear there's a need here for Europe to act. We see youth unemployment. This is tragic. Europe is an aging continent. We cannot simply afford to have so many people out of job. Young people, they just don't have to work just because it's good to work, but also because if you work, you can be engaged in society, you can trust the system, you can be citizen, you can participate. If young people cannot take part in the economic and the political system of a country, it's a huge loss. And it's against the human rights, I would dare to say, actually. And then, of course, there are other issues which are very important. I lived in China for a short while, and I realized that there I didn't have the right actually to go and have a run, because the pollution was so high that actually it would be bad for my health to run. So clearly, environment is something which is very important for Europe and for Europeans, and this is something we should also preserve. So these are just a few elements, but there are many other in our programs, in our manifesto, which is available also on our website.
Well, can you give us the website?
Sure, it's www.federalistparty.eu.
And then, to conclude, is the solution to have more Europe?
The solution is to have another Europe. A Europe which, again, as I said, is closer to the people. And then, of course, a Europe does what citizens need.